tanked just weeks after going live? That can burn up to $200K and your reputation. Let's get into the hard truths that will help your MVP actually succeed. A lot of founders think an MVP means a product loaded with features. That's a huge mistake. The whole point of an MVP is to test your idea with just the essentials. Instead of wasting time and cash on a long features list, focus on getting real feedback from users. I saw one edtech startup dump 150 calories into a feature-heavy MVP, and guess what? No one was using it. This isn't an isolated case. A SaaS company I consulted for spent 300 calories building an MVP packed with unnecessary features, only to find out they had completely misjudged their target audience. At GotYourTech.ai, we stress that an MVP is about validating your concept through actual user interaction, not just throwing in what you think people need. The key is to prioritize features that solve real problems. For instance, Airbnb started with a simple platform connecting hosts and guests, avoiding the pitfalls of overcomplicating their MVP. By focusing on essential functionality, they were able to gather user insights effectively. Founders need to embrace this principle to avoid wasting resources. Building a solid minimum viable product is all about nailing the basics. First, pinpoint the core functionality that tackles a real problem. Look at Dropbox. They kicked things off with a straightforward file sharing feature that made its value clear right away. This simplicity allowed them to grow rapidly, eventually reaching over 500 million users. Next, get user feedback fast, and don't hesitate to tweak things based on what you hear. Figma did this brilliantly, using customer insights to sharpen their design tool and roll out improvements quickly. They focused on user feedback loops that resulted in a 90% satisfaction rate among their early adopters. This is the kind of hands-on technical guidance we provide to founders at GotYourTech.ai, making sure you're not building on shaky ground. Without a clear MVP strategy, you could be throwing away time and cash. I've seen startups blow through 200 calories on this mistake. Take the case of a fintech startup that invested $1.5 million into a flashy MVP without proper validation, only to realize their service wasn't even needed in the market. The lesson here is to prioritize clarity and user-centric design. By following a structured approach, like the one we advocate at GotYourTech.ai, you can ensure that your MVP not only meets user needs, but also sets a solid foundation for future growth. Building an MVP can make or break your startup. I've seen too many founders get stuck in indecision, leading to blown budgets and missed opportunities. Don't learn the hard way. If you want to do this right, go to GotYourTech.ai. You'll get practical advice tailored for nailing your MVP development. Get started now to avoid the traps that derail too many startups.